You know, we've witnessed so many shootings just this year. We're talking about mass shootings, you know, the one in Texas, the one in Buffalo, New York, and there's been many other smaller ones that maybe did not even make the main news. We want to know, you know, like what maybe parents need to know, because parents are getting paranoid. And in as far as your campaign is concerned, or rather the position of a state delegate, you know, like what muscle do they have to try to impact or to try to mitigate, you know, like something like this from happening again, which seems to be a recurring feature since Columbine in 1999. Karen.
Right. And then locally, I mean, if we talk about the Capital Gazette shooting there, because you all are, you know, a journalism. And
that was in Annapolis. Is that right?
That is in Annapolis. That's
Yes.
correct. And we also had another, it was, I think it was in Southern Maryland. So one of the things, let's pay attention to these. What happens? First thing you hear is, oh, they bought their gun legally. Well, how is that possible? How is somebody buying their gun legally? Second thing you hear is, oh, they had a history of domestic violence, right? But then we kind of ignore that. But the thing is that legally, people who have a history of domestic violence are not allowed to own guns. But the problem we have is that when it comes to domestic violence, often these issues are held at a smaller court, at the district court.
Okay.
And so they don't, you know, how do you do a background check and make sure that these individuals don't receive, you know, aren't able to purchase guns? Because the gun, you know, stores, they don't want to sell to people who are going to kill themselves or kill somebody else. I mean, and, you know, someone who's buying a gun to kill themselves is usually doing it like within 15 minutes, half hour. You know, someone who's buying a gun in order, you know, to kill a partner, you know, that's within a 30 days period that they're, you know, they're carrying out. Look at how many of these individuals, it was a domestic violence, whether they shot their mother or their grandmother or somebody else, and then moved on to shoot people in the community.
Yeah, but where does a state delegate, you know, like get in? You know, like if, you know, I'm a resident in District 3, you know, I'm thinking about the shootings that have been happening, you know, like where does a state delegate come in as far as your platform is concerned, or what you can possibly do?
Well, one of the things that we've passed in the, you know, in the past was a sex abuse registry. And one of the things that I think is really important that we need to pass is, you know, whether we're going to call it a domestic violence registry or if we're just going to call a harm self or others registry. We know that there is a period of time in which, you know, we need a way for make sure that these individuals do not get guns. Red flag laws are nice, but you're still relying on the same people who are just trying to survive. Mm-hmm. So we really need to make sure that the system is able to track these individuals and make sure that they're not able to get lethal weapons that can kill all of us.
Okay.
Bottom line, we need to have a better attitude and response towards domestic violence. I mean, it really isn't something that came, that we started even talking about until the 70s, because women, you know, were treated as, many people actually treated as property, and all of this is actually, you know, groundwork. Our laws work the way they are intended, which is certain individuals have greater rights than others. And we can, if there's a roadmap, right? Anytime we have a roadmap, you can follow that roadmap back and be able to make it more equitable and a better society.
Yeah, and I think that comment that you made, it's very interesting. You know, like I heard it from a racial context when you say that the laws are working as they were intended. Mm-hmm. You know, some people have more rights than others, you know, so I had it in a racial context, but I think you're now bringing it up also in a gender context where the laws, you know, like were designed one way or another to favor one gender over another. So,
I mean, women of color are 3 times in more danger. People, Native American individuals are 3 times more in danger than I myself are. So we really need to and the research is there. Mm-hmm. The research lays the groundwork of the things that we can do to make it safer for everyone and follow that roadmap back.